Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tom again. Where do I do my hair? Yeah, that way. Couldn't think of a better time to do an afternoon update than with the Violent Femmes playing. I'd show you Kenny in my lap and Spooks right beside me, but I took off my shirt. And I was very hot after walking the dogs and doing some dishes and scooping the litter. I did all my chores this time. It's kind of pitiful. I usually try and do those first thing in the morning, but I was watching the news. Turns out if I'm going to go Habitat for Humanity to get a house in Blount County, I have to have lived there for 12 months. I meet all the other standards. I'm fine. Fine for all the other standards. So if I'm going to get a Habitat for Humanity house, I guess it's going to have to be here in Montgomery County. The place in Andersonville that I was going to rent, the rent-to-own trailer for $450 a month, off the beaten path a little bit, it's back on the market. And he called me to let me know that last night, and I called him today and said, I've got no money till the end of the month, so I can't get down there to see it or sign any papers or anything. However, I am hoping to get down there towards the end of the month. Well, after the 3rd of next month, the 3rd being on a Saturday, I'll get paid on Friday. So 2 weeks from tomorrow I get paid. And if I can come up with luggage, again, just for a 3-day stay. I don't really need luggage. My carry-on bag's too much. Maybe not. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Just a thought. Of course, I would have to beg for somebody to let me sleep on their couch again for 2 nights or 3 nights, depending upon whether they wanted me to stay for 2 days or 1 full day. It would also depend on their work schedule. If they're on call that weekend, it's kind of useless. Never get to spend any time. Just thoughts passing through my head. I was filling up my pill bottles for the week. Noon, 3 pills. There could be more, but I have 2 different prescriptions that say 3 a day as needed, and I saved the last one in case I have one of my attacks. Then I take one of those pills, or both of them, and can keep from finishing the attack. 2, 4, 6 pills for the morning. 2, 4, 6, 7. Looks like 7 pills at night. Yeah, I lost a friend on here on Facebook because he's a biker, part of Bikers Who Care and some other biker club. And I mentioned that I had PTSD and mini strokes. And he jumped all over my ass in a direct message to me about how I should leave PTSD to people who really deserve it. They really deserve it because they were 18 to 20 and saw a buddy get blown up. Alright, I understand. That's PTSD too. There aren't degrees of PTSD. They don't say he has first degree PTSD. There's PTSD. End of sentence. I have a different personality I go into when it attacks. Now that I remember everything, maybe I won't go into that personality again. It's a good thing. You don't. That's not a good personality. I understand schizophrenia when I see it on Criminal Minds now that I have all my memories back. But somebody learned if I was restrained in that situation when I was exposed to what it was that was giving me the traumatic stress, and I couldn't move, that within 45 seconds or a minute or so, I assumed that other personality. And I was just calm, collected, could remember every single incident in my life, which goes back to kindergarten. I was 5 years old when I experienced my first episode that started the PTSD. I wasn't quite as prepared as somebody who's been through basic training, who's been through 12 years of high school, 12 years of school. You know, I thought he was an idiot. So I blocked him after he unfriended me. I'm just like, dude, you're a fucking moron. I hadn't fixed my computer, my other laptop, and it turned on and worked fine for 3 times. I turned it on the next time, and I got that blue screen, fatal error, fatal error, fatal error, fatal error, all the way, you know, it keeps just scrolling, and you're done. You know, you get the blue screen of death. So I wouldn't recommend them for that either. I will call out everybody involved in my 10-year class reunion, even though the Andersons, they're not my family. My family's last names are my father's Rose is his last name, and my mother Wright is her last name. And I don't want anybody calling the Andersons and bothering them because it accomplishes nothing. I've talked to them 3 times in 2 years. It was 2 years Friday the 13th of, the 13th of December. It was Friday the 13th of December when I moved out. Good things always happen to me on Friday the 13th. It's the hockey mask. No, really, I don't give a damn about whether they're pestered or not, but being pestered over me makes no sense because they didn't say it. And my challenge was, if any of y'all had any balls, come up here and say something to my face. I want to meet you again. I may be disabled. I may have mini strokes. I may have PTSD. My left arm. Even though I'm right-handed, my left arm's still pretty good. And I would like to, express my displeasure. I have the feeling that might bring about that other personality again. Yeah, see, the reason I don't lower the panel to show you Kenny is because you don't need to see me naked. Alright, I'll show you Kenny. I'm not naked. I do have sweatpants on. And underwear and everything. Kenny, you smiling? Over there should be Spooks. Oh shit, well there went Kenny. Let that be a warning to you. If you drop a computer on a cat, they're not happy. I can't believe I did that. I should have left it just showing you Kenny and been happy with that. Anyway, once had the XO come up to me, the XO who got so pissed because I had top secret clearance and he didn't, so I got to go to meetings he couldn't, and I was the captain's driver, just a mere. First I was a PFC for a couple years, then I was a Spec 4, no, I was a PFC. Then I was a Spec 4 when I got back from basic and AIT, and I stayed at Spec 4 for 3 years. And I asked my commander, I said, "Sir, can I ask you? I know all the squad leaders I've had have put me up for promotion. That's 3 different squad leaders in 3 different years. Why haven't you promoted me?" He said, "Because I think you have a bad attitude." And I said, "Well, fuck you, sir, with all due respect." Fortunately, he understood my sense of humor. Yeah. I could have really been hung up for that one. He laughed. He thought it was funny. But the XO, who is a farrier, by the way, so that's how I learned what the word farrier meant. He came up to me. We're standing there in the basketball court area, also where we stored vehicles if we didn't want them out in the rain, which strikes me as strange for Army vehicles. But they're easier to work on if they're inside. And it's also where we had inside formations. So I'm standing there smoking. There's a no smoking sign not 10 feet away over there. Just talking to 3 other guys, all of whom are smoking. The XO walks up to me and says, Anderson, what are you doing? I went, I'm smoking, sir. He says, see that sign over there? I said, yes, sir. Can you read to me what it says? No smoking, sir. And what are you doing? Well, I'm leaving. I didn't point out the other three guys were smoking and not being picked on, but, you know, it was fun. I'm a smart ass. What can I say? Anderson out. Expect that to be my last broadcast of the day.